Alright guys, so it's Sunday and I'm kind of bored right now, so I guess I'll just do a review on my my Veto Pro Pac bag. Didn't really prepare for this at all. My car took shit the other day, so I've been working on it today. Got it started again at least, but still kind of sputtering. But I guess I'll show you what I use on a daily basis at work. Carry a tape measure on the outside. I keep the strap clipped on the smaller D-ring and then just taped up. I don't always need it, but I like to keep it with me in case I do need it. And sometimes I will use the strap for like putting it on top of the D-rings and then hanging it up somewhere. I have my keys for all my panels and stuff to get into them, and then some tape. I need to put some Teflon tape on there though. These are my gloves. These are my wife's. These are the only gloves I had on me right now. Carries a lot of stuff. Actually, I got a Milwaukee 11-in-1 screwdriver. I've got some Klein cable cutters. I really like those, come in handy a lot. This bag, I use it for services and repairs. Also got a long pair of snap-on wire cutters, some snap-on needle nose pliers. Also got some snap-on pliers, just some regular pliers for holding stuff or twisting things apart, things like that. I got it's like a 3-in-1 tool basically. It's a snap-on pry bar, chisel, and scraper all in one. Really like that tool, one of my favorites. Also got a Milwaukee number 2 1000-volt flat screwdriver, or Phillips screwdriver, and a ECX driver, 1000 volt as well. The set comes with a flat tip, but I actually went to a customer who's actually out in the ocean. They're on a barge, and I put the screwdriver down and it rolled away and fell into the ocean, so I got to get that one replaced. Let's see what else I have. I got a snap-on pick for taking out O-rings. I got a Blue Point magnetic pickup. This one is really strong, really like it, and it's off the snap-on truck, so if I break it, I get another one for free. Got a small pair of vice grip pliers. Got some channel lock snap ring pliers. Really like these because I can change the tips on them, and they do inner and outer snap rings. Got a Klein flat, big one. Just use this as a beater for prying things open, taking knockouts out, stuff like that. Then I've got the set of Milwaukee precision screwdrivers, all 4 of them. Comes with 3 flat blades and a number 1 Phillips. Really like this one. Also got the snap-on one as well. They're the electronic screwdriver kit. It's like an 8-piece, I believe. Just picked it up, but haven't used it yet. Also got a Craftsman number 0 Phillips. Comes in handy for taking plugs off of sensors. Got a snap-on chisel, 1/2 inch. Good for marking stuff when I'm taking it apart. Put it back together, make sure it all lines up. A little stubby 10mm Allen for opening up panels. Got a Sharpie in there, and an adapter for an air fitting. I had the little other end on here. It's like a pen style air gun, but I left it at a customer's. But I know I'm going to be back shortly to pick it up again. I've been at this one particular customer for the past 3 weeks. Got a Stanley crescent wrench. I like this one because it opens up extra wide. And the only time I really need a flat crescent is just removing valves and stuff like that, so I don't mar up the brass or anything like that. Right here I have all my adapters. This top one is a Milwaukee, and it goes from a 3/8 impact to a 1/4 inch chuck impact. And then I have a snap-on 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter, and a Craftsman 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter, and a 1/4 inch chuck adapter. but I don't really use the 1/4" chuck adapter. I kind of just use it for holding it into the slot on the Veto bag. This one's a really cheap ratchet. I believe it's Power Torques. Yeah, Power Torques from got this at O'Reilly's. Don't really use it a whole lot, but it comes in handy for when you break something loose and you want something smaller to fit in tighter places to get everything out. Got my Harbor Freight extensions. Don't buy the snap-on ones, the locking extensions, really, because I do put these on my impact gun, and I'm not supposed to, but nobody makes an impact rated locking extension, and I like having the locking extension factor, and I don't feel like breaking snap-on ones and always returning them. Got a snap-on 3/8 ratchet with a comfort grip handle. Really like those. Some snap-on 3/8 drive. Allen keys of 4, 5, and 6 millimeter. Real common ones I use, so I just got the 3 specifically. Some snap-on impact sockets, my Imperial and my metrics. And then in the back here, I've got my Knipex alligator pliers. This is the technically the 7-inch. They don't make a 6-inch technically, but basically the 6-inch one, I guess, and the 10-inch one. And as you can see, a 10-inch tool will fit in here. Really nice. Anything above 10 inches is not going to fit right. And I also have a some snap-on crescent wrenches that are actually made by Baco. This is what I mean when I say I only need the flats. If you see these, they actually have little serrations on them, so they're really good for picking up stuff and not slipping out. And then I also have the 10-inch model as well, and those also have serrations. But really like these for the cup for grips. Really good for when you're putting a lot of torque on things and not hurting your hands. Some snap-on Allen keys, as well as some Cobalt ones. And these are cheaper because I don't really use Imperial a whole lot. Maybe if I'm doing electrical. You know, for some of the lugs on the connectors we'll use Imperial sizes, but I mainly work on the units themselves. I mean, I do a lot of electrical work, but I don't end up having to use those a whole lot. But when I'm doing a lot of mechanical work, I'm using the metric Allens mostly. And that's everything for the front pouch. Yes, that's it. And then as for the back, I guess I'll just flip it around. On the back side, I have my my 12-inch channel locks from Knipex. That's what I mean. You can only fit a 10-inch tool in here. I can fit these in here because I put them at an angle, so then they can close over the top, and it's not a big deal. But I got my 12-inch ones. I got a 12-inch crescent from Snap-on as well in here. Nice big one. 1 9/16 socket. And this one I use pretty often, and as you can see, it's been milled down and modified just slightly so I can fit it where it needs to go. I use this for removing a sensor on a compressor. It's a low oil level sensor, and it's something that kind of fails pretty often, so I use it really often. A small Pittsburgh hammer, really cool just for like knocking small stuff free or whatever, tapping a bolt. And then I like the ball peen when I'm doing separators. The gaskets will tend to get stuck to the plates, and use the ball peen to beat up the gasket, break it all free. My favorite impact gun and my most used impact gun and my first impact gun ever. It's a Snap-on 3/8 drive. This is a little 14-volt, but it's got the toggle switch, so you don't gotta like flip it back and forth like a standard impact gun. A Schumacher light. This is a really awesome light with a dead battery, I guess. What I really like is the top is a light, and it's also got the work light right here, and you got 2 hooks as well as magnets, and these magnets are really strong, and the base is also one big magnet. This is my favorite light, and I want to get more of these for a couple of other bags. My Streamlight Stinger, and this one is a 700 lumen. It's pretty bright. First Streamlight flashlight I've ever bought. A gear wrench, 3/4 ratcheting wrench. In here I just keep all my leads, my alligator clamps to my meter, and I've got my my Fluke 323, first meter I ever bought. Got a couple of other ones, but this one's been tried and true, and really like it. It's really responsive when I put it on for checking voltages and amp draws, and it's always worked well. I've had a couple of other meters where I've done things with them and killed the meter and it never worked right afterwards. Also got a card here, and I need to get a new one because some of these you can't read them anymore, but I've used it so many times I know, just by seeing a couple letters, I know what it's telling me. But if you ever come across an electric motor and you can't read the tag, or it doesn't have one, it got pulled off or whatever, and you need to know the wire size you need to use for it, or how many amps it's supposed to be pulling, this is what this card is for. And all you got to do is line up the black number right there, that 150. So say I had a 200 volt 150 horsepower motor, which I've never seen one, but I'm pretty sure it exists. The motor's full load current amp draw should be 414 amps. You know, so that's what that card's for. It's not 100% accurate, but when you got nothing to go off of, this is better than nothing. Yeah, sorry about all the, I don't know if you can hear that. I got a bunch of birds flying around. My parents' house, we have an aviary. Blue Point wire stripper, and this one I honestly prefer better than my Klein, because all you got to do is just open it up. I keep it taped down. It does lock, but all the time in the bag, the front of the bag will push the lock forward and then it snaps open. So to keep it from doing that, I just put a little bit of electrical tape. But you can cut the wire down here, and then all you gotta do is just put the wire in there and then bite it, and that's it. It strips, and it strips it perfectly every time. And down here I just have a couple of extra little notches for my sockets rail. But that's it. I've had this bag for over a year. It's by Veto Pro Pac. Put my name on it. Don't believe I really have anything in here in the little front pockets. But yeah, if you guys want to get this bag, I'd highly recommend it. I know they have the tall version now, where it's also got the tape measure clip and the pen pockets and the knife pocket and all that, but I'm not going to get it. This bag suits my needs really well. Don't really need to carry a whole lot of tools taller than this. If I'm really carrying stuff that big, then I'm putting it all on my roll cart, and I'm putting this bag on top of that cart, taking all my parts and go. Really easy. But yeah, if you guys want to get this bag, go to Veto's website. I would recommend it that way rather than buying it from somebody else. I just kind of see the warranty is a bit easier to do it that way, because I have warranted this bag once before, and Veto is awesome when it comes to warranty. I had a screwdriver pocket in the back rip, and they warranted it no problem. Had a new bag in a couple weeks, sent this one in, and that was it. But I can't really say enough about these bags. Everywhere I take this bag, anybody who sees it, it instantly drives a conversation. They see the bag and they're like, they've never seen anything like it. But like, the design of it is so simple, yet it's innovative at the same time, because nobody's ever decided just to make something as simple and rugged as this, as Veto. And you know, it looks a little bit discolored. It might look dark in the picture, but as you can see, you know, off my gloves, this is black, and for some reason this on camera looks darker than my black glove. This has been hit with oil so many times from units. You gotta understand, with cars, you know, you're dealing with quarts. With compressors, you're dealing with oil by the gallons. And I've had fittings that have busted free, you know, gave loose, or someone forgot to tighten it. You start it up and oil spraying all over the place. I've had this whole thing hit with oil, and you know, as you can see, it holds up. The oil doesn't affect it. I just keep the zippers clean, because I do go to some woodworking places, and you know, crap gets in the zippers, and that you got to watch out for. Really nice comfort handle. Really recommend this bag. If you're gonna get one, buy it from Veto, and check out a lot of their other products. It's really awesome stuff, and 5-year warranty. I don't know anybody else that gives a 5-year warranty on a bag. Not even Klein does that. Alright guys, so thanks for your time. Like and subscribe. Give me comments what you want to see next. Thanks.